Happy Monday. Happy Monday, y'all. I think by now you all know who I am. I'm Dr. Maisha, and I am about all things belief change, helping you to be empowered and be behind the driver's seat in your own mind so that you can have power over your thoughts, your control, your actions, and your behaviors. So we've been talking about belief change this past month. I can't believe it's August already. Oh my gosh, the year's going by so fast. And we've been talking, about belief change a lot. And I've been giving you some different contexts and some strategies and some exercises to do. So I want to circle back to something, and that's when what you want to believe is not the same as how you feel, right? So sometimes we're trying to convince ourselves to believe a thing that, a thing is going to turn out. We say affirmations, we pump ourselves up in these various ways. But what happens when our internal feeling system doesn't match the mindset that we're trying to achieve, right? So we talked about a little bit about internal states in the past. We've talked about a lot of things in past videos. And if you haven't caught up on those videos, I encourage you and invite you to go back and watch some of these videos that I've done. You can watch them if you're live with me on Facebook. I've got plenty of live Facebook videos that I've done. If you're live with me on a different channel like YouTube, you can go back through the channel and you can listen to some of the previous segments that I've done. But for today, and also, by the way, of course, you know how I like it. If you're live, say hi to me live. I love to see when people are listening live and engage. And then, of course, if you're on the replay, go ahead and hit hashtag replay for me and let me know that you're listening. And just let me know if you're with me throughout this throughout the live today. So I have this friend, and she is frequently complaining about money. Now, specifically, it's how much money she does not have, or how she can't afford this, or how she can't afford that, or how much debt she's in, right? And while that's all valid, in the next breath, she will then say, but I live in this world of abundance, and I know the money will come. And so now I will tell you about my friend, that she was she's retired now. She's a very successful, professional entrepreneur in the past. And then something happened and she lost just about everything. And she stayed with me for a short time while she kind of got back on her feet. And we helped each other out in many, many ways. But what I noticed about her is that when she is in a positive state, internal state, that means when she's in a positive mood, when she is speaking positively, affirmatively, and it's all congruent, she can manifest just about anything in her life. But when her moods are negative, when that leads to negative self-talk, it reflects in her belief process, and she creates what we call a self-fulfilling prophecy, and ends up being in a circumstance of scarcity. And so, what I've seen in my friend is that she's never really been able to be consistent in the manifestation because she hasn't yet made the connection between her internal state and the impact that it has on her ability to sustain an empowering belief, right? So that's important. Why is that important? Is because, you see, there is a relationship between how we feel, right, our internal state, and how we believe. In fact, you could consider that our internal state, and when I talk internal state, I've said this before, when I talk about internal state, I mean, our feelings and our emotions, and our physiology, the things that going on inside of our body, right, our internal state. In fact, our internal state in many ways are a container for our beliefs. And so they have a tendency to drive our behavior, and our beliefs, which drive our behavior, right? So when you think about it, and you can think of a specific time when you were upset and tense and anxious. And let's just say it was about money. Maybe it could be about something else, a relationship. How easy is it for you to maintain a belief that money will work out or that relationship will work out? How easy is it for you to maintain a positive belief about that if you're in a negative state? If you're feeling tense or anxious or stressed or angry or sad or guilty, it's hard to maintain a positive and empowering belief, isn't it? Now type in the chat box yes if you're with me here, right? Yes, like so on the flip side of that, can you think of a time, and I'll let you think of a time right now, a specific time, how many times when you feel like you've been on a roll, when you things have been like just in the flow, things have been just working out, and you feel confident and centered and focused and trusting, and you notice that the opportunities just keep coming, right? They just keep coming, and you can imagine that during that time your state was different. Am I right? And just type yes in the chat box. If you know that that time you produce different results when you're in a better state. Yeah. So our internal state or our emotional psychological experience determines a lot about our behavior. And it serves as as sort of like a filtering mechanism with respect to our perceptions of the world and our capabilities and our beliefs. So you can imagine that if this is the case, our internal state has an enormous influence over the results we produce in the world. So, would it make sense that if you could change your state at any given time, your internal state at any given time, that you could recall and adopt more empowering beliefs, which lead to more positive and empowering results? Now, I know you might be saying, but my feelings are my feelings. I don't have control over that, right? My feelings, that's just my thoughts are my thoughts, and my feelings are my feelings. I don't have control over that. Well, actually, you do. And I am going to show you how to change your state with a simple exercise next week. But before I do that, I've got to give you a little foundation on becoming aware of your physiology and the exact state that you're currently in so that you can change it. Because a lot of times we can actually, we're not actually aware of the fullness of the state that we're in. We have a feeling and we react based on the feeling instinctually, not getting present to everything that's going on in the body. So next week, I'm going to do a few exercises that get you present to that. And this week, I'm gonna give you a little foundation of how to become aware and present to that internal state. So today, as you go along, because I like to give homework, as you go along, think about some beliefs that you'd like to change. All right. Because in the next 3 videos, we're going to actually go to work on some of these beliefs. So think of some beliefs that you'd like to change. You're going to choose one belief and we're going to go to work on that belief over the next 3 days. That means, you know what that means, right? That means that you have to come back, right? So type, I'm coming back in the chat box if you are coming back for the rest of the series. Okay. So, and by the way, these are the foundations that I use and I teach to my students on how to get in the driver's seat of your mind so that you can basically live your best life, right? So do you want to go deeper for yourself? Of course, do you want to learn these skills to be able to help others? Because some of us, like myself, I'm a physician, I have used this with my patients. And so if you want to be able to use these to help others, or if you just want to learn NLP, learn the tools and the techniques for yourself, then that's something that is available to you. And you can get started on that journey just by going to one of my free resources, Remap Your Mind for Success, and starting the journey now and just beginning to learn more about how the unconscious mind works and how you can begin empowering yourself to be in the driver's seat in every aspect of your life, right? So just go to drmaisha.com and register right from the homepage. And of course, if you feel like you need a more personalized work, then you can book a call with me by going right to the website and booking right from the front page, or you can go to drmaisha.com/meet me. The bottom line is you're more right now more than ever, we need as a community to start shifting our collective beliefs if we're going to change all that is happening in this world, all the chaos, all the craziness that's happening in our world and our society and our lives. And that really starts with each and every one of us right now. So, if that is something that you know that you want to be at the source of, then yeah, start your journey now. It's the first piece of the puzzle that when you see the complete picture, it will be extremely rewarding for you, and you will want more. And so I'll see you Thursday for the next live training on beliefs. And again, I want you to type in the chat box if you are going to take on a belief. And you can even type the belief in the chat box and let me know what you're taking on, what belief you're taking on, right? I want to know what belief you're taking on. And then I'll see you as we build a foundation and then go to work doing some actual live demos of changing these beliefs. All right, you guys have a great rest of the day and a great rest of the week. Stay safe out there. Know that you're at the source. You are at the source. And so I look forward to seeing you on Thursday for our next foundation to believe change. Bye now. Namaste.